First of all, we're going to start off with some of the very fundamental things that we do, some of the things that we do most every day or every other day, and that's agility and routes. Now, we go through the ropes probably 2 or 3 times a week. This drill we're doing here is one where we're trying to hit every slot. We want to get down the middle rope and make sure that the knees are pumping high, the toes are straight ahead, and we got a good forward tilt. See, this young man here is doing a pretty good job of that. Good high knees, quick action, pumping the arms, good forward tilt. The next drill we'll do is a crossover drill where we're trying to cross over that inside rope, twisting those hips over, swinging the hips, staying as tight to the middle rope as possible. Let's watch that one more time. If you'll notice, we're still trying to get that good forward tilt, keeping that ball secured, twisting the hips, staying right down the center, keeping the shoulders square. The next one is a crossover and shift of weight, we call it. And what we're doing here, if you'll see the young man that's doing this drill, he's kind of pausing as he goes through. He's a young guy. He hasn't done this a whole lot. But we would like to keep that motion fluid and not pause on that step inside the ropes. You'll notice every step is forward inside the rope. Only one foot is outside. Now, this young man's done this before. See how he flows really nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. Let's see that one again. Now, as I said, the inside foot always steps forward. Only one foot goes outside the rope. And we step forward, cross over, step forward, cross over, step forward, cross over, step forward, cross over, and out. It's just a continuous movement there. That's a real nice job. The next one we'll do is a weaving drill. Now, we weave through those cones. We'd like to keep a good forward tilt. Again, shuffling the feet, getting in and out of the cones as tightly as possible, staying as close as possible without hitting the cones. Now, if we touch the cones, it's no big deal. The main thing is to work on the feet. And our players find out that after doing this a while, you really get that burning into the calves, and it really works on the footwork. Great drill. We'll also do this drill backwards. Now, if you'll notice, these guys are looking down at the cone in front of them. They never look back. Reason being is we want to cut real tight to the cone as we pass it. You'll notice at the end when they finish, they don't know when they finish because they're only watching the cone that's in front of them. So when they try to make that last move and they find that there's not another cone, they know that they're at the end. Again, really quick feet, watching the cone in front, cutting real tight behind the cone that you see, not worrying about what's behind you. Right? Okay, now, we'll come down through those cones sideways as well. Like to get real tight, keep the shoulders square. Now, you can't see me in this drill, but I'm over to the left of your screen, and I've got my eyes on the eyes of the guys that are carrying their ball. You see here, you'll notice that their eyes are up, watching me, feeling their way through the cones. I don't care if they knock the cones over or not. I want them to be able to work their feet through the cones. If they stumble, I want them to regain their balance, and I want them to regain their form. It's a nice job. Here we'll go with some of the routes that we run. The routes that we run most are swings and flats. We work on those routes every day without fail. We'll do them both ways. The thing that we want to do is we want to make sure we don't catch that ball with the thumbs in. Here you see one of our players catching it with the thumbs in. He's got great hands. I allow him to do that sometimes, but you really want to get the thumbs out so that if that ball is bobbled, that you're going to be able to catch it even if it bobbles and it falls from your hands. You can get your hands underneath it again. Here's one of our swing routes. Okay, again, you see the thumbs out here. We'd rather get those thumbs in, and this happens at all levels. If you've got a guy who's catching the ball well, I don't think you bother a lot with it. Here you'll see one of our players doing exactly what we coach him to do here now. He's got the thumbs out, and with this kind of catch, then you can pretty much be sure that if that ball's bobbled, his hands are under the ball. Now he can regain possession of it. I like that form better. Here you go again. We got a guy with the ball coming straight at him. It's a little tough sometimes for guys to get those hands under it like we see here. And they have a tendency to turn those thumbs in. If they're catching the ball, fine. Now we'll just show you a few clips where they're running those routes, or routes that are very similar, getting them out into the flat here and making those catches. This is a clutch catch, and you want to make sure that when your player has to make one of these catches, that you can depend on him catching it. So we have them do it often. It's a natural thing for them. Here's more like a little screen, but it's catching the ball from the same type of positioning, looking over the outside shoulder, looking the ball into the hands. Seems like a simple thing to do, but how many times have you seen guys drop that pass? Well, we do it often enough that we hope we don't get a drop. Here again, this was a play, fourth down play that won the game for us at UCLA. We depended on this guy to make this play, and he does a great job of it, no doubt. Again, here's a little play that we are really very fond of. We call it F-line. It's a little zone play and kind of a screen play to our fullback. He just kind of sneaks out into the flat here, catching that ball, looking back over the outside shoulder, getting upfield. It makes some yardage. This was in the Fiesta Bowl, and very important run. Got us a first down. Okay, we're going to go with now some of our running techniques. These are drills that we do to improve the running skills of our players. And when I say improve running skills, I mean those skills that will enable our guys to either avoid tackles or break tackles. These are the things that I feel most important for running backs. First drill you're going to see here is what we call a T drill. Okay, or I'm sorry, the big Y drill. Forgive me. This is our big Y drill. As you can see, we form bags in a big Y here. I stand in the middle of those bags and direct the players in which direction to go after they go over that first bag. So you'll see here, he goes over the first bag, I give him a direction, and he sprints past the cone. Now you'll notice that I'm not going to give him a direction until he starts forward and gets in motion. Then I'll give him a direction. I don't want him to have it predetermined. The next drill we'll go to is what we call the skate drill. Now you'll see we want to get the hips low in this drill, skating through the bags, skating through and taking as many steps as possible. Here's one of our big fullbacks. You can see him here. Even he has those nifty feet. Okay, we want to get him skating through those bags. Not taking quite as many steps as we'd like to see him take, but he's getting through there pretty good for a big guy. And this is what we're trying to get here. Get those shoulders square, skating, taking as many steps as possible, keeping those hips low. That's the skate drill. And we'll see it here in a game. Very nice move. We show you these clips here because we want to show you that these things actually happen in game situations. Nice job of skating and finding the hole. That's an example of actually a couple of drills we do, and you'll see this drill running to daylight a little bit later in our tape. Again, here's another job of skating. Turns into a very long and very exciting zone. See the skate move there. And the break to the end zone. Next drill you're going to see is our high knee and turn drill. Now I'm going to run this back for you, because what we like to do is we like to see those guys go over 2 bags, then turn. This is a drill designed to help guys to keep their balance as they go over bags and people in a game, and to get turned and continue to run. Nifty feet is what it's all about. The emphasis is to go over the bags and not around them. Chop those feet, go over those bags. Do not go around. Nice job here, over and back. Okay. Let's see that one more time. Real nice job. Over, over, over 2, 1, 2, turn, 1, 2, turn, 1, 2, turn. Nice job. You only turned after 1 that last time, but that was a great job. Didn't get a lot of that during the season, but here's one example of a nice spin move. A nice job of keeping the balance. This is end zone side of the same play. Next, we have a drill that we call BYOB. That's right, BYOB. Be your own blocker. In this drill, you can see we're ripping up through the bags with a blocking type motion. Now, all we're doing is blocking for ourselves and carrying the ball at the same time. The important thing in this drill is to strike through and accelerate the feet. Accelerate the feet. You'll see a lot of guys that'll hit through a little bit here with their shoulders, but they stop their feet. Our emphasis here is to accelerate those feet, accelerate those feet, accelerate those feet as you strike. Right here, acceleration of the feet into the end zone. Deliver a blow with the arm at the same time. Great run here. Just awesome effort. Accelerating those feet, hitting through with the arms. Another example of just driving those knees, striking with the upper body, determination, and getting in the end zone. Excuse me. Okay, the next drill you're going to see is a drill we call run to daylight. Now, in our run to daylight drill, as you can see here, we set up 5 bags, and we set 2 bags in front of them about 3 to 5 yards from the line of scrimmage, which whatever you feel comfortable with. I feel that the closer you get them, the more reaction you get from your players, and that is, the better you develop their reaction, because they have to see it quick. At the bottom of the screen, you can see I'm standing behind the player with the ball, giving the players that are holding the bags a signal. I simply point 3 fingers to the left, and the guys on the left know that those 3 are going to lean their bags to the left, and the guys on the right know that they're going to go in the opposite direction. Now, they only lean those bags once the ball carrier is in the gate being the 2 bags that are lying on the ground. Emphasis on keeping the hips low so you can make that cut. We go from both sides to give them an approach from the left and from the right. Good example of just picking out those holes, running to daylight. Our philosophy here at Oregon is we run toward the point of attack, then we run to daylight. Just a great run.